கொடுக்கிறேன். நன்றி.
தலிதரு கலை பயல் பல மாணவத்தில் கொக்குவில் இந்து கல்லூரி கொக்கூர்க்கு இந்து கல்லூரி நீ தீபம் கிராமத்தில் கண்மணி மகுடம் கொக்கூர்க்கு இந்து கல்லூரி நீ தீபம் கிராமத்தில் கண்மணி மகுடம் நினதுயிர் கலைமுறை நிதம் நிதம் பெற்றோம் நினதரு ஞாமினி மறவோ நீயே வித்தையின் உரையுள் நினதே எங்களின் உயர்வு நினதடியேத்துவோமே நினதடியேத்துவோமே நினதருள் மிகு மொழி நமதே பொருளாம் நீதரு ஞானமதீதம் நினதருள் மிகு மொழி நமதே பொருளாம் நீதரு ஞானமதீதம் ஜெய ஹோ ஜெய ஹோ ஜெய ஹோ ஜெய 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 ஹோ நீ தரு ஞானமதீதம் அறிவு சுடர் கொண்டரம் பொருளிம்பம் தழுவம் வாழ்வினை தந்தார் கேட்டன ஒழுகம் சீருறும் வரி நீ காட்டினை நீடுக எனவே அற்புத நடுமாடமலன் அடிமனனோடு வழிபடுவோம் வழிமுறை மிளிக்கனின் நாமம் வழிமுறை மிளிக்கனின் நாமம் நினதரு மிகு மொழி நமதே பொருளாம் நீதரு ஞானமதீதம் நினதரு மிகு மொழி நமதே பொருளாம் நீதரு ஞானமதீதம் ஜெய ஹோ ஜெய ஹோ ஜெய ஹோ ஜெய 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 ஹோ நீ தரு ஞானமதீதம் உள்ள துருதி தருவாயின்னன் பாரம்பரியம் பன பூமியில் நீ பரு நல்லிசை மேலா பெருமிதமானவ கன்றம் முயற்குவம் நீயுயிர் வழிகள் முழு மனனோடு மகிழ்வாக கொக்குவிலிந்து நமதே கொக்குவிலிந்து நமதே நினதருள் மிகு மொழி நமதே பொருளாம் நீதரு ஞானமதீதம் நினதருள் மிகு மொழி நமதே பொருளாம் நீதரு ஞானமதீதம் ஜெய ஹோ ஜெய ஹோ ஜெய ஹோ ஜெய 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 ஹோ நீ தரு ஞானமதீதம்.
நன்றி. அடுத்ததாக எமது சக மாணவி மிஸ் ரூபகாந்தி அவர்களை சிறு சிற்றுரை ஆற்றுமாறு வேண்டிக் கொள்கின்றேன். நன்றி.
Good evening, Mr. and Mrs. Srikandan, Mr. and Mrs. Wilvaraja, friends and families. Welcome to the 89 batch get-together. It's a pleasure for me to be up here on behalf of all of us for welcoming our special guest and honorable teacher, Mr. Srikandan, and his wife, Mrs. Srikandan. We are very pleased to welcome Mr. and Mrs. Wilvaraja here. It has been ages since we all met each other. I haven't seen Sir and most of you for the last 24 years. Seeing everyone here together like this makes a joyous smile on my face. Especially seeing our teacher here brightens the mood and the spirit of this get-together. It is a pleasure for us to have Mr. and Mrs. Srikandan and Mr. and Mrs. Vilvaraja for this memorable occasion. Your presence here right now, sir, replaced the time when we all started grade 6 in your class 28 years ago. Sir was an excellent teacher and also very good guide for all of us. I can still recall his motto, same as you all. We shall always be good and behave well. I would like to say this out here for the family. I know everyone who were in Sir's class definitely remember this. He made us to repeat this motto every single day in the class, which wasn't very much appreciated at the time, but his commitment and effort brought us all to this position where we all stand now. I would like to share a couple of memories with you all. I had never seen him tired of teaching. He is the type of a person who is a perfectionist. Any topic we discuss in the class, he made us repeat over and over until the last person in the class gets it correctly. Time wasn't matter to him at all. There were days we stayed back after school for him to get the satisfaction of the subject. He wanted to make sure that we all understood the subject correctly. He made us to practice numerous times before any English Day competition. One day, Sir came to my house after school because he wasn't happy about my poetry recitation. My expression in one of the lines was not to his satisfaction. I don't think any one of us would see a teacher like him who is committed and dedicated to the teaching in the rest of our lives. I can keep on talking about him for hours and hours, but my friends are wondering when I will finish the speech to move on to the next event. Canadian friends are very much looking forward to have a drink and dance with the overseas friends. So let us all have fun for the rest of the evening. Before I finish, I would sincerely like to thank those who made all the efforts to make this event happen, and all the friends and families who made it here tonight, and a special thanks for all the friends who came from abroad. Thank you all. Enjoy the evening.
நன்றி ரூபாந்தி அவர்கள். அடுத்ததாக நமது சிறப்பு விருந்தினர்களில் ஒருவரான திரு ஸ்ரீகாந்தன் மாஸ்டர் அவர்கள் சிறு உரையாற்ற உள்ளார். நன்றி.
எல்லோருக்கும் என்னுடைய அன்பான வணக்கங்கள். நான் இங்கே பேச எண்ணிய பொழுது எனக்கு ஒரு மனதில் ஒரு பிரச்சனை எழுந்தது. நான் தமிழில் பேசுவதா அல்லது ஆங்கிலத்தில் பேசுவதா என்று. நான் அங்கிருந்தபடியே ஒரு சிலரை கலந்த பொழுது ஒரு சிலர் தமிழில் பேசினால் அதை ரசிப்பார் என்றும், இன்னும் ஒரு சிலர் நீங்கள் ஆங்கிலத்தில் பேசுவதைத்தான் நாங்கள் கேட்க விரும்புகிறோம் என்றும் சொன்னார்கள். ஆகவே நான் என்னுடைய பேச்சை தமிழில் ஆரம்பித்தேன். ஆனால் இந்த ரெண்டு மொழிகளும் எங்களுக்கு ரெண்டு கண் போல் தான் நாங்கள் போட்ட வேண்டிய நிலையில் கொண்டு இருக்கிறோம். ஒன்று எங்களுடைய தாய்மொழி என்று எங்களுடைய மூதாதையருடைய கலாச்சாரத்தை தங்கள் உள்ளடக்கிய ஒரு மொழியாக இந்த தமிழ் மொழி இருக்கிறது. அதே நேரத்தில் உலகத்தில் இன்றைக்கு நாங்கள் எங்களை வெற்றிகரமாக ஸ்தாபித்துக் கொள்ள வேண்டுமாயிருந்தால் ஆங்கிலம் ஒரு நடைமுறையில் அவசியமான மொழியாக இருக்கிறது. ஆகவே ரெண்டு மொழிகளையும் நான் சமமாகவே பேணுகிறேன். ரெண்டும் எனக்கு ஒரே அளவு பாண்டித்யம் இது தான் எனக்கு இருக்கிறது. Now I shall switch on to the other language and talk to you. My greetings to my my fellow teacher, Mr. Vilvaraja, and to his spouse, Mrs. Vilvaraja, to my one-time dear students and full-fledged citizens of the world today, and to their spouses and to their children. It was a surprise for me when about 2 months ago I got a call from Tilarajan from London explaining to me that they were going to have a get-together of his fellow students and batchmates on this particular day, and I was invited. So I was wondering why I was being specially invited. I thought for a few moments, and then I came to two conclusions. Of course, he was saying we cannot forget the service you have done, and we want to thank you and appreciate, express our appreciation of your services. But I thought of another reason too. I think I felt that this all of you wanted all of these students wanted a focal point around whom they can feel to be like one family. And since I had been not only the English teacher but also the class teacher from grade 6 to OL at Kokuvil Hindu College, they must have considered me a convenient focal point around whom they can feel a kind of oneness and gather here. So I must thank you for having invited me. Of course, I just you have appreciated and thanked me for having been a dedicated teacher, but I just did my normal work. But there were two things or three things that inspired me in my work. One is, of course, I felt that I have always been a believer in the ideal of human unity. I believe mankind is one family, and I believe an international language is a key tool in the realization of the unity of mankind. And I felt English, with all its handicaps, with all its defects, was still the best tool that we can have today. We can bring about this oneness. Secondly, I felt these kids are one day going to be out in the world, and they have to be successful in their worldly life. And I knew that English was going to be one of their main weapons in dealing with the outside world. And thirdly, of course, I had always an intrinsic interest in the mechanics of the English language, and I always enjoyed both learning and teaching this language. So anyhow, I'm happy that many of you have been establishing yourself successfully in the lands to which you have immigrated. And if you say that your knowledge of English has been one of the factors that has contributed to your success, I'm really satisfied about it. So all that I can say is that although you have migrated to these countries, I feel you should give equal importance to both these languages, and also see that your children who are easily going to acquire a proficiency in English without any special help from you, because they are being helped by the environment in a way which none of you were helped during those days. So you are reliant on the teachers mainly, because there was very little English around you in the atmosphere. But your children are not going to need much help in learning English, but they will definitely need your help in maintaining at least a minimal proficiency in the Tamil language. So I hope you will pay attention to that. And to my students in my context in Sri Lanka, I always tell them you must pay attention to English. But when I